We'll start off with Castlerahan against Conaill, who just won Donegal after. They needed 2 replays. Conaill being Glenties, for those who use that term, beat Gaoth after 2 replays, and it was a contentious decision to win the title there on Wednesday night.
Yeah.
Naomh, who came on and scored the winner. First of all, if we just go to that winner, very, very unclear. I mean, there was a lot of contention at the end of the game. People are very unsure. We're talking about a dark evening. Nice sweeping move from Glenties, by the way. A shot from the right hand side, and people are looking back over. People are putting the replay up on Twitter, which you can find on Rory Kavanagh. If you go to his Twitter and then go to the tweets and mentions part, or tweets and replies, you can see it's very, very hard to actually decide if that's a score or not.
Yeah, I only saw it back this morning for the first time on Rory's Twitter, and was trying to freeze frame it and go back. I thought it wasn't initially, but a lot of people seem to be saying it was a point. But like, what a heartbreaking way to lose it. Like, after you put so much into it and extra time, and you won Ulster last year, and you probably want to get back there, and you think of some of the most experienced players in Gaoth.
Yeah.
Flip side then, what a way to win it. But it's really, really tough, the fact that they have to go back out now on Sunday.
The positioning of the umpires, I thought, was... Now, and I understand these lads are standing out on a cold evening, Wednesday evening. It's dark. They're probably mad to get home.
Yeah.
I get that. But like the guy on the right hand side, as you look at the shot being taken, he should be trying to get behind the post, I would have thought.
Does he presume the other guy is getting behind?
Yeah,
and
but it's harder for the other guy to get across.
Yeah.
So they both seem to be kind of like, might as well be staring at a field of thistles kind of thing. But the thing that gives it away for me, that says that I think that this is a point, is the reaction of the goalkeeper. And if you do look at that video, he runs to get the ball as quickly as he can. It's almost like, okay, that's over, I need to get the ball. Because he would have been waving wide if it wasn't.
And he's right up against the upright. So I think it's Odra McNeilish is waving furiously, it's a wide ball, but the keeper is trying to get back in, get it back in play.
I would say that the Glenties lads you could see on Kevin Cassidy's Twitter that of course Gaoth were able to let their hair down last night on Wednesday night and have a few drinks and what have you. Do you think that the Glenties lads, having lost the last 2 finals, there'd be some release and you'd want to go and celebrate? Would they have even celebrated knowing that just a couple of days later they're going to be playing against Cavan, or the Cavan champions?
I think it'd be a shame if they didn't celebrate.
Blessing in disguise, maybe, that it's a work night and they have to get up for work, so they can't go nuts.
Well, in that you wonder, so many Donegal clubs players aren't based in Donegal, so I wonder would a lot of them, based in Dublin or wherever, off today. But that's very difficult for a club side to have to go back and play a game midweek, especially if they have guys, in that case, that are away from home. I think Ballintober a couple of years ago had to do it in Mayo after one of the years where Mayo got an All-Ireland final replay, and they had a lot of guys based outside, not based at home basically, to play the match on a Wednesday night. I mean, it's like Cork and Dublin city clubs invariably have their guys kind of at home, but logistically that's going to be really, really tough for them, and also it's a fair old trip that they have to make on Sunday now. It's probably one of the longest ones you can make within Ulster.
Glenties to Cavan.
Yeah. So, Cavan clubs haven't really, done much really in Ulster over the last couple of years, but you'd have to think that they're going to fancy this one, the fact they're at home.
Castlerahan beat Owen Rua of Derry last year. I think they were kind of that was their first title, or first time in a long time.
It was Castlerahan's first title ever.
Yeah, so to not do well last year, they beat Ramor United and they're back in it. So maybe this is the year where they will, and they'll have had 3 games. They'll have had 3 hours and 20 minutes worth of footage in the space of 10 days to sit back and watch these 2 teams.
Donald Keogan's in charge of them, who would have been in charge of Cavan, so he's a fairly experienced manager. So you'd imagine they should know the game plan and the kind of guys to watch out for fairly well at this stage.
Just another note from that Donegal final is that there was a bit of a schmozzle, we'll put it, at half time. Eamon McGee was involved in something, so he came out for the start of the second half and was shown a red card.
Right.
I would say for any team, never mind Gaoth, that's going to be very hard to, if you had a red card, you'd like to know straight away so you can plan for the second half.
Yeah.
They've made their plans and then they see him being sent off. That must be tough. There was another red card late on for Oran McFadden Ferry as well.